we go. Part 4 of Control. So, we ended the lockdown last episode, and then we burned some garbage. It was very fun. Uh, what's next on the agenda? Did you see the Find Marshall Mathers, M&M? What are you looking for? We got our shield barrage, yay! Open sesame! Upcoming game reminder. Next game is Wednesday at 8. Assad owes me $20, Arish. Still on a fucking winning streak. Someone please figure out I was cheating. Thompson suspended for a game because of that shady dealing incident. Guy, I owe you $60. From beers last time, so it's Epstein Stahl's return. Famous. So he's in the hole like $40. Why get hissed when you could get kissed? Collective unconscious. Collective unconscious is defined as a form of the unconscious that is shared with all human minds. This arises unconscious knowledge linking us to ancestral heritage. Through this collective unconscious, we unknowingly attribute a series of images and archetypes to all elements of our lives. These archetypes are never fixed, but shift and change in tandem with our species and culture. This internal belief in the power of images shared by a massive population is redacted, and the creation of altered items and objects of power. Sheer amount of redacted exuded is attracted to the best representation of that image, imbuing a single object with massive amounts of redacted. Theoretically, places of power could likewise be formed by the simple power-sustained collective belief. Being is believing, folks. Technological restrictions. Oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any redacted signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of the collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be certain that pieces of technology are too new in the cultural redacted for the oldest house to redact them. Similarly, these items have been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving too fast a pace for the redacted to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Redacted agents have been injured by cell phones exploiting their pockets while entering the oldest house. But rubber ducks. Didn't they have a rule against rubber ducks? It's like Wi-Fi it doesn't like. Shifted bathroom complaint. This should be good. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off to the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. Haha. You shit with the rest of us, Rodriguez. I can was, can I? Yes. Ooh, yeah. His life is in your hands. Wait a minute. America Overnight results. The America Overnight program has operated successfully for over redacted years. Originally designed to assist in providing disinformation to the naturally skeptical population of America, has additionally led to the discovery of numerous AWEs and altered materials by allowing civilians to call in and report their experiences with the paranatural. In fact, America Overnight alerted the Bureau of Redacted and Redacted in its first year of operation alone. This report, Investigation Sector, have cataloged and categorized each episode of America Overnight that has resulted in a successful Bureau investigation in order to help AW occurrence analysis. The more redacted results of Night Springs have also been cataloged in separate reports. Isn't that from Alan Wake, Night Springs? That's a reference. That's some kind of Easter egg. Is this by the same developer, I wonder? They're back. Still can't go down the bad hallway. Ah. Just camping for me there like that? What a jerk. Put that down. Put an eye out. Havana summary, eh? An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana during the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Redacted deaths were reported and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were late to witness the AWE, which was reported to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise accompanied by intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for several minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off and embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. After Formula 19 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. Sweet, I would go look in my wardrobe. Doesn't want to go in there, it looks like. To access. Fake plans, you say? Airplanes aren't real. I figured out how they do it. The windows are TV screens. The whole thing moves on big tracks like a roller coaster that moves through underground tunnels in the earth. Airports are more like train stations. They do this because the sky is full of monsters that they don't want us to know about. The planes we see, the sky are the monsters. The government made the Earth trains look like monsters so they could lie to us better. Don't contact me. You know, I've been suspecting this for years. I sent an email to Alex Jones about it, but he didn't respond. Wait a minute. I'm in there. Lopez? What about him? Unless you, review by Captain Lopez. These days, most YA novels intertwine with coming-of-age stories, either a contrived dystopian setting or a tragic romance. Unless you manage to do both. The story, the protagonist and her love interest search for a cure for a virus called the Fix, which is simultaneously killing her and spreading across the whole world. To find a cure, they go on expeditions to dangerous, uncharted territories. The people all live in walled cities now because dystopian future, and along the way, they just have to fall in love. I liked how we never get to know if the fix was ever actually fixed. The ending was bold, especially for YA. The main character succumbs to the fix when she's so close to cure and commands her love interest to go on and save the world. She knows this is the end for her, but the job can still get done. She dies and out in the unknown alone, surrounded by danger, but never loses sight of the goal. That's a good soldier's death. I for book 3 out of 5. I feel the most teenage angst. A little lost on me, but I'd recommend it to my brother's kids. At least it's not about milking minotaurs, right? I know you know what I mean.
Containment sector. Panopticon. Altered items. Maximum security prison. Dangerous.
You go away, you're dead. Oh, I broke the velvet rope, oh no. Things have gone too far. Holy crap. I'm loving these destructible environments. I'm wondering why more games don't do that. Yoink. Object and item distinctions. While altered items and objects of power may seem similar at first, it's important to note some very key distinctions. Firstly, objects of power grant para-utilitarian abilities. Secondly, objects of power translocate anyone who makes physical contact to the astral plane, widely believed to be due to the redacted's affiliation with objects of power. Not every individual is allowed in the astral plane, which indicates the redacted evaluates who can or cannot enter. Thirdly, and this is not always the case, objects of power are much more paranaturally redacted than altered items. Looking at specific criteria that defines an object of power, it is no wonder they are notably rarer than altered items. It is, in fact, we have redacted altered items for every object of power contained in the bureau. Very large number of altered items for every object of power, it looks like. Logistics and security, or the treasure vault? Entropic Echo? Sounds exciting. Hey. It is. What? Ah. So dark. I love how you can just like outrun those explosions. And that concludes today's lesson. Are they hiding on us here, do you think? Who is this? We're in the Panopticon. Why is the door on this busted? We've been here?
Man down.
Oh, light switch.
I'm here. What happened to you?
I got in a little scrap. Name's Horowitz.
Is he gonna be okay?
Don't look at me like that. I'm fine. But Wells is still in there. You gotta get him out.
Who's Wells?
My squad mate. We were hunting a runaway altered item. We followed it down into the clocks.
The clocks.
A threshold. The Bureau sealed it up years back because of all the clocks. We followed the altered item inside, but the way it was acting, we weren't ready. Me and Wells were the only ones to make it to the motel court. He was right behind me, but he never showed up on this side.
I'll go find him. But first, you need to get to a medic.
Wells is the medic. Please, you gotta get him out of there. I'll be fine, really. Roop can patch me up later.
Fine. But I'll be back for you.
I damn well hope so. Just use the motel cord there. It should get you into the clocks. Sorry, the threshold.
And open the vault. I'll be fine, just pass me my intestines. They're on the ground over there. RAM procedures. Payment cell must be properly ventilated. Inhalation of the item smoke causes redacted. Item is a baby carriage with a black shade and steel wire wheels. Left front wheel is slightly bent, causing distinct wobble when pushed, like a shopping cart. Item produces smoke incessantly. Smoke density varies. Smoke is generated without apparent fire or ignition source. An incident in Paris in 1979 brought the pram to the attention of the Bureau. Smoke filled an antique store. The pram was being sold, killing the shop's owner. Detailed records of the evening leading to the item's discovery were destroyed in an incident at the Panopticon. Interviews with living witnesses were performed in order of the Archives Records Chief. Oh, so we can get in. You're holding back on me, were you? Remote thought. A remote thought is a happy thought. I don't know what that sign says because I can't read. Again? $20. That's what I meant.
This Wells guy can't be far.
Or can he?
Those must be the clocks he was talking about.
Lots of clocks. I'll get back here. Other guy tried that too. Didn't work for him either. What? Too late. The wing's mine. Lens 10 control points. Ritual intuition unlocked.
Shit.
Oh, get up.
Are you Wells? Your friend asked me to come looking for you.
That must be Horowitz. Glad he got out. I stayed back to help the others. Did a shit job of it, clearly.
You tried. That's enough. Horowitz needs your help now. How do we get out of here?
We should head back through the threshold. We can look for other survivors as we go.
We better hurry. Which way?
Just follow the blood. Let's go.
Follow the blood, he says. Hey, there you go. Oh, he has clearance, does he?
What's with the clocks?
Threshold effect. This used to be a regular office wing before the threshold manifested. The forces at play in there got a hold of someone's old clock and started duplicating it. Now the office is abandoned and its clock's all the way down. Think you can find a way around?
Let me see.
Can't dash through it. Ah. The mountain of
So, you
clocks.
came down here for an altered item?
The anchor, yeah. Langston said it'd be a simple item retrieval. But the power of that thing had, I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, I thought it was like the little carriage. Or the mannequin. 80 collectibles unlocked. I don't even know what we picked up. Not a big deal.
That's O'Neill. Shit. No one else got it.
Oh, that guy. He's not looking too hot. Reminds me of the Ghostbusters. What were they in? The brothers that were in the wheelchair? Soft. Deep. Neither is smaller. Aiden. No, it's what you want. No. Just... I'm gonna try this out, actually. Quick. All right. Refrigerator supplement? Can you tell us why you left your building that day? I was running to get eggs. I knew there was a corner store on 30. That's why I left Michael there on his own. I knew I wouldn't be gone long. He was drawing on the table when I left, had his crayons out, happy. The building came down. I was a block away. I ran back, started digging. City workers found Mikey later beside the fridge. Drawings had come off, tons of bricks fallen on it. Those drawings are still there. How'd that happen? You kept the refrigerator after the accident? Why? It's all his drawings. God must have kept them safe for a reason, right? I got home from work and stared at them all night. It was a bad way back then. Why didn't you sell the fridge with your son's drawings still on it? They'd gotten stuck to it or something. I thought about cutting them off those magnets. Maybe it was better I didn't hold on to them, you know? Gotta move on, everyone says. It was my fridge. Gotta do with the building collapse anyhow. Indeed. Explore back here, did I? No, I didn't.
That safe room was where the old item cornered us. We sealed the door on the way out. We couldn't let it get out into the bureau.
I'll
Gnarly.
need to come deal with that altered item later. If I open the safe room now, Wells could get hurt.
That's his problem. What he signed up for.
When it was clear we couldn't contain the altered item, Horowitz ordered a retreat. We got out, but Hiss were waiting for us. I took Horowitz to the motel court and went back for the others.
That was brave of you.
I'm the medic. It's my job.
Come away. Wait, control point. Plane parts? Hey, Mr. Dead Dog, what do you think of this? You know that airplane was bought in, like the actual proper airplane? Guess who made catalog every individual piece made the plane to be examined for suspected altered status. I had to count every bolt, nut, piece of non-connected metal. Not just the exterior of the damn thing. Do you know how many pieces of hardware it takes to make an airplane? I do. They're monsters. How can you count them? Owner, Mara is
We're
not.
almost out of the threshold.
Wells! You're supposed to secure that site. Let me look at that. 44% versus 15%? I know what I'm taking. lollygagging up there, Wells.
Come on. The motel court is on the other side of logistics. Horowitz should still be there. Hold on. Something's wrong with him.
Shit.
Oh, look what you did.
Horowitz. Oh, God, no.
Drop tasty blue, like a pinata with chalk. A horror of Horowitz. This isn't right. I was right next to where we started.
I should talk to Wells. Make sure he's okay. I'm sorry about your friend.
Thanks. And thanks for coming to get me. Horowitz's HRA must have been damaged in the threshold. Guy never put himself first. At least the anchor-altered item is still locked away down in the clocks. I hope it rots down there.
That altered item needs to be dealt with before it hurts anyone else. I should go back down and contain it. Head to the executive sector, Wells. They could use a medic.
Thank you, Director. I'll go see what good I can do there.
You're a peach.
This is the safe room Wells showed me. The one with the altered item inside.
Zero threshold account. Threshold with the effect redacted, manifested in containment sector in the middle of the blank department. Simultaneously, numerous redacted appeared in the area, injuring and killing many redacted. After rescuing operations were completed and redacted, Rangers were sent in to discover the threshold's epicenter. The sheer amount of redacted made the expedition impossible. I'm guessing it's clocks. The area was sealed off after removing the clocks proved an impossible task. The department was relocated to the area abandoned. Researchers theorized the threshold induced unstable matter to our dimension, which adopted the form of redacted. Redacted as redacted, but introduced a more stable redacted. Very informative.
Great. More clocks.
What did you expect? What? Can I get over that? My zippity-doo powers? I can!
How am I supposed to get across that?
The power of imagination. He said he's always hiding out in the labs.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So,
He's dead.
this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years...
Come on. Down he goes. Guy's sniping me, is he? Turn your staff, officer. These named ones, are they supposed to be like mini bosses, like elite spawns? %6 recoil. Whoopee. Saw a safe room back there. I want to check that out. Emergency call summary. Multiple AWE in which an unnamed individual experienced transcorporeality via phone line events is notably similar to AWE blank, in which blank event response and believed to have caused by redacted. As a result, following measures have been taken to prevent. Who knows? Bureau snipers specialize in eliminating threats from a distance using the telltale searchlight affixed to their rifles for a search target. These snipers are no less lethal. Their corruption has not changed their tactics. They clearly prefer to maintain a good distance from the target, waiting in elevated positions for a clear shot. Care should be taken in open spaces. Check the balconies. I should note that their rifles are equipped with bayonet. Close quarters combat, and his snipers well aware of how to use it. Somehow I don't think real sniper rifles would have bayonets. If they're off the weight. If you have to use a bayonet as a sniper, you're a really bad sniper. There it is, folks. Parapsychology is open. Anything of interest down here? More of the red badness?
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
Way looks a little less ominous. Ah! They pulled that shit on me, did they? Blammo. You boys got the horns there, didn't you? My spoils of war. What's going on there? Emergency call supplement. Transcript of a call to California State Emergency Service. 911, what's your emergency? Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? I'm in the middle. I'm inside wires. I'm lost. Have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through a wire towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Go where, ma'am? Go. Gone away. Okay, can you describe your surroundings? Ma'am, hello, ma'am. Dispatcher attempted to call number back, but is no longer in service.
Information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted.
You can skip this if you want.
The board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
Neat. Oops, didn't mean to. Astral Exhibition. Astral Exhibition was originally built for astronauts, used as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We'd done a better job with it, but Blank was being stingy with the budget. However, once we discovered the Blank, we decided for space. Similar to how zoos hope familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals, we hope to observe the redacted behaviors before an environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it just breaks everything we put with it, but Rome wasn't built in a day. Addendum. New naming conventions have been established for astral entity known as Astral Spike. Outdated terms in this report have been redacted.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then, one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions, apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
Wow. Well, that's what the hiss is? It's like an alien from another dimension kind of deal? Press the red button. It's a red button time. I don't know. What the hell? See, I can do shit too, mister. Guessing I have to lock him in there. Oh, not like that.
Bureau doing with that thing?
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here.
You're one to talk.
Marshall, are you still there? Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
Ow. You have been flanked. Find out recording chair procedures in just a moment. Launcher grenades at me, mofo. Got him. Now. Your procedures. We're using the recording devices. Please ensure the song is safe to make sure the message. Your volunteers securely fasten the chair. Ensure the hood is placed over the volunteer's head to prevent them from taking in visual stimuli during the recorded process, which can lower the quality of captured footage. Prevents them recording technicians from viewing the volunteer's face, which undergoes muscle spasms during recording that can consider upsetting. Check if the volunteer is comfortable. Activate recording apparatus. After record is complete, check the volunteer cognitive ability to use the provided questionnaire. Do not be alarmed if the length of recorded footage exceeds the volunteer's period of unconsciousness. Astral dilation is a known issue. If a problem arises during the process, contact your supervisor. The cluster. unique in their concentrated manifestations of His resonance without the need of a host. Clusters are dense spherical compressions of His resonance that serve to support the functions and the hierarchy of His entities. The clusters are capable of replenishing His hosts with infusions of resonance, does not heal any physical damage inflicted on the organic host, but seems to rejuvenate them, allowing them to endure more bodily harm than normally possible. The fact that His makes an effort to preserve its corrupted hosts underlines the level of awareness and discretion that was previously just speculated on my part. Can this entity be considered an individual or simply an extension of the Hiss as a whole? Capturing one alive would be quite interesting. Good luck with that. Get that brutalist architecture out of here.
Anyone is listening. We encountered heavy resistance. We followed back to the office room. All agents to converge here.
Board serves an introductory guide to astronaut program, including candidate requirements, training practices, and astral research procedures. Astronauts chose individuals who explore document the astral plane by making physical contact with the X-ray light box and the hypnosis lab section of Parapsychology division. Physical and psychological training is vital. Repeated transition between planes known as dives. After each dive, astronauts must undergo a redacted session in the cognitive recording chairs that record their experience in plane. Gathered data has conclusively proven that redacted with the astral plane vary widely between astronauts. For occasions, these dives result in losses, often occurring teams that encounter aggressive astral entities. Groupthink. Study extends works of Irving Yannis, Robert Barron, and others proposing strong causal links in groupthink and the passive or active use of telepathy. With these connections, the Parapsychology Department variations of Solomon Ash's original conformity experiment using telepathic individual as the subject. Extensive qualitative and quantitative data resulting from these experiments was then used to identify telepathic interference within the group. Further empirical findings suggest measures can be taken to safeguard against telepathic influence behaviors by engaging in redacted. Rather boldly, the paper stands to revolutionize decades of groupthink theory and provide new directions for further experimentation on the mind, including manipulation of redacted. Okay.
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there, mesmerized by it.
Well, it is pretty sweet. Oh, all those things. All right then. I did that on purpose, you know.
Please state your name for the record.
Paul Warren, astronaut, first class.
And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal untangling, cognitive collapse, loss of ego, and partial to full dementia?
Yeah. I am.
And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is purely voluntary?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Your suit is good? Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
Let him in. It's his turn. I'll give it. Okay. We should make it more obvious when you start with these things. Seize their mind, rather. Hello, my pet. Got our mind control now, folks. Have to use it on those guys outside of it. Enhanced seize ability, complete 5 side missions, yes.
Their brains were fried when I took over the object.
Oops. Deployment hazard.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden. Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
She got that right. More of you? Really?
This for science. Right. Okay, they just die when it's over. I thought they would attack me again.
Marshall is waiting for you in the Luck Lab, just down the hall.
He better be. Look at that dead body here with it. Rubber duck supplement! Discovered in the home of Agent Blank after his young daughter complained of being followed by a rubber duck. According to Agent Blank, the matter was ignored, believed the result of the child's imagination, and began to hear the quacking at night. Discovering an item hiding in his daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau for study. It was discovered an Agent Blank was bringing known paranatural materials into his home, illegally taking them outside the old house. May affect the creation of altered items being investigated. Agent Blank has been terminated. I bet he has. The X-ray light box. This object is a light box used to examine X-ray images. The image cannot be removed from the light box. The information in the image belongs to a patient named somebody. Object allows para-utilitarians to forcibly seize individuals. Redacted, the seized individual becomes blank to the user. The effect lasts blank. Once released, the seized blank as a result of psychic trauma. They die. Object has no current binder. A janitor named Blank found the object at St. Anne's Hospital in Blank. Some of the building's documents were redacted by him. Bureau dispatched emergency response team. Perpetrator of and blank the item. Fatalities numbered in the blank. Operational details, blah blah blah. This kitty here. Wasn't that cute? But it's not an object of power, is it? This.
There you are. I was starting to worry. Congratulations on your appointment, Director Phaeton. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan. I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through. We'll have to lock the door behind you. Sorry, but we can't risk a breach.
Understood. Alright, folks. Well, I guess that's it for now. Thanks for watching, always. I am on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Facebook, TikTok, and of course Patreon. Give me a like, follow, comment if you can. I hope to see more of you, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye for now.
Impressed with some of the stuff I have built.